Hello YouTube, FireDragon715 here. I have another vid coming at you, another thing that's kind of new. I'm going to show you a deck list of my deck that I use these cards in, my main deck. But basically, these are some combos I like to run, especially with the September 1st ban list that's coming out. I already have my deck prepped for that. And of course, there's a lot more combos I've memorized and know and use than I'm showing you in this vid. But here are some ones that I think are really good that uh, I'm just showing you right here, alright? So, the first one, you need these 4 cards for. Glow Up has to be in your grave though, the rest can be in your hand or whatever. Let's say our opponent's looking like this. They got some monsters out, maybe a card set, maybe a card in the back row or something. So they're about to attack you. It's their turn. Fade it. You've got nothing to lose. Just fade it. So you don't take any damage from the attack. His battle phase is over, and that's awesome for you. So your turn. Let's say you draw a card. It really doesn't matter what it is, but then you mill the top card of your deck and get out Glow Up. You can use these two for formula at this point if you want. This is removed obviously because you used its ability. So you get out formula here. You get to draw a card, which is the reason this is so easy to do, because there's so many times you get to draw cards, mill cards, whatever. So it happens quite often. You contribute that for your Caius. And if he negates it, let's say he has Solemn Warning, he negates it, good for him. Because now you have another card in your grave. You can special summon Blackluster Soldier and Void at the beginning by removing those two from your grave, or a Fader. Alright, that's awesome. So then you can destroy a bunch of cards and all of that. So obviously if you had to cheer your Butterfly out, it wouldn't be like that because of its ability, but look at that, you know, it's an awesome play. No matter what he does, it's hard to stop it unless he has 2 negation cards on the field. And he's willing to do that. And of course there's variations of all of these plays I'm showing you, but you know, just go with it, I guess. So I can't tell you how many times I've had exactly 3 darks in my grave, so I can special summon this. Yeah, that. And my opponent doesn't negate it because he has nothing to stop it with, and I'm looking set, you know? He could even have like 6 cards out here, let's say. It doesn't matter, really, because let's say it's looking like this. This is all you have in your field, 6 cards on his, as long as he doesn't negate the summon. Then obviously you have 3 darks in your grave, right? Remove the first 3 darks to destroy his back row. Gone. Use Burial from a different dimension to get those 3 back. Remove them. Destroy all of his monsters. You just destroyed 6 cards with 2 cards. That puts you at +4 right there, compared to where you were before, obviously. So it takes those 2 cards is it, and I can't tell you how many games that's won me. Just amazing. Alright, so next play. How many times has this happened? You have Dandy in your deck and you draw Foolish Burial. Maybe you even already played your Pot of Avarice to get him back in there. So you have Foolish Burial and Debris Dragon in your hand, right? So you go for the Foolish, get rid of your Dandelion, then that's all in your grave. You get your 2 tokens, and then you can summon Debris Dragon and get back Dandy. And since Dandy's effect is a grave effect, why don't we just use all of these? That's right, all 4 monsters for Trishula. So you got out Trishula, And he can even negate the summon if he wants. But then you get 2 more tokens, so 2 more things, defending your life points, right? Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So I've ran that play many times. That's won me many games. Put my opponent over the edge to where he can't come back from it. And yeah, another card I love to death. That's amazing. Soul Release. Think about it. There's 2 Call of the Haunted out now. There's Limited Reverse. There's Monster Reborn. All those cards to get cards back from your grave. Alright? So, once you see your opponent has 5 cards on their graveyard, or any useful cards that they could use any of those on, you'll play Soul Release and read its effect. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it says, select up to 5 cards in the graveyards and remove them from play. So, let's say you have like 5 in your grave and your opponent has a Stardust in his. You have Dark Armed in your hand. How many times does this happen? If you have too many Darks in your grave, you can't remove any with Chaos Sorcerer or Blackluster Soldier or anything like that. Yeah, that happens quite often too. So, you remove 2 of them from your grave with Soul Release, so now you have exactly 3 in yours, and your opponent doesn't have Stardust or Scrap Dragon or whatever was a threat in their grave anymore. So they can't get them back unless they have Burial from a different dimension in their deck, which, you know, a lot of people don't run it, but that I've already shown you why I do. Also, you run it so you can get out Chaos Sorcerer and Blackluster Soldier and Void at the beginning more easily. That's another good reason to put it in there. Also, getting back Dandy or Glow Up Bulb from when you remove them for Spore, or Plague Spreader when he's gone after you use his ability. It's all good times to use Burial from a different dimension. And you can get cards back after you use Soul Release. So, yeah, get out your Dark Armed Dragon. He can't stop you, you know? Maybe he's gonna try and chain you activating that with Call of the Haunted or something, but you already moved his Stardust with Soul Release. That's how you got out Dark Armed, which is why you always want to remove cards before you make big plays. You know, Soul Release, it's like Trap Stun. It stuns your opponent's monsters. You can't activate Call of the Haunted. Anything on his turn you can't get Reborn, or if he draws any of them and he doesn't have anything in his grave, you can't use them. They're dead draws until he gets something in there. That's going to be hard to do with a bunch of dead draws in your hand. So that's why I run Soul Release, and I don't see why more people don't use it, but that's why I do. Very good card. It is a little situational, but it's won me many games. Same with all of these techniques I've shown you. I have more, so if you like this video, please leave a like rating, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you want, I can make more vids like this for more decks or more for this deck. And next vid, or I'll post it before this one. That'd make more sense, wouldn't it? So the vid before this is my deck vid that I'm making on this deck that I have all these cards in. So there you have it. That's all for now. See you, YouTube. Peace.